Alright, I want to preface this video by saying that obviously things aren't looking too good in the media and with the whole Black Lives Matter movement and the riots, but this video is more completely talking about me personally and not a look into what's going on around the world. I don't think I will make a video on that, and yeah. So for me, things are looking very good, and after the 2 months of the coronavirus scare and everything like that, things are kind of starting to fall into place, and I'm staying busy and I'm having a good time. I'm going to start off by saying that I have gotten to see my friends recently. Some of my best high school friends I got to see just this last weekend. That was a great time. I threw the invite out to a bunch of people, but I found it funny that the people who ended up showing up, I considered like my best friends from my high school years. Like I definitely have a lot more friends in high school, but the three that ended up showing up have really been the people who I keep in touch with the most, and the people who I can see myself talking to years down the line, and just being all around good friends. So I thought that was funny how that seemed to work out, and it makes sense. And I'm just kind of happy that I know I have those people who also would feel the same way. Um, Besides high school friends, next weekend I get to see my college friends. My two really good college friends are coming to visit because we have a house tour that we need to do for an apartment the three of us are looking into. So that's going to be exciting. They're going to come hang out for probably the night because they have a longer trip, obviously, than my high school friends did. But that's really exciting. I haven't gotten to see them in about 2 months. My high school friends I haven't seen for a good 4 or 5 months, so that was nice. But I'm a lot closer to my college friends than I am my high school friends, so that's going to be pretty cool to hang out with them again and just see everyone after all this time spent in my room and meeting up with family. Um, so I guess I can lead into the apartment we're going to look at. It's very exciting. It's not as much an apartment as it is a house, but we are going to tour it. I've already seen it because I'm local to the school that the three of us are going to. So I've kind of been doing the bidding as far as this apartment goes, and we have agreed on numbers. The only thing we need to do, I'm showing it to my two roommates, or most likely to be roommates, and we need to agree to terms with the signing and everything. But the one thing we do need to wait for, we need to make sure the school is opening up in the fall, because that's a big question right now. I'm almost 99% sure that it will be opening up, but on the rare chance that they decide to do an online semester again, then we don't want to be stuck in this apartment paying month by month for something we technically don't need at that point because we'd want to be home anyway. Um, so the landlord knows that, and they understand that, and we're working with her, and she's being very nice about it. So yeah, that this weekend we're doing that. It's all falling into place, and I definitely think if the school opens up, there's a 99% chance that we do end up living in this house for the year, if not 2 years if we extend it. So that's exciting. I've always grown up wanting to, like, getting ready to move out. I was ready at the age of 18, but obviously I don't think I was um, mentally ready. I physically, I thought the idea of living on my own would be cool. And high school or college kind of furthered that point when I was in the dorms for the past 2 years. That you know what, I think I'm ready to do this. That prepared me, and to be lucky enough to go into my first house or like a rental house with two of my best friends, that just excites me, and I'm really ready for that. Um, Another thing that I can say that I've been doing, I've been chasing this dream of mine. I started learning how to record and produce music. Um, for the past couple years now, I've been playing music, and I've always had this dream of making a physical album all by myself. I want to have the case, the CD, I want to have artwork, I want to do everything for this album, and I don't care if it's good. I mean, yes, I do care. I want it to be good in my mind. I don't care what others think of it, I guess I should say. Because for me, music is always just going to be a hobby. And if I get big, I don't want to to become an artist. I want to create music as a hobby, no matter how big it gets me, no matter if it gets me any money at all or if it gets me a lot of money. It's not something that I want. I want to be able to create the music that I want to create. And a lot of times I see people that get successful tend to change what like how they produce. They tend to go more mainstream and try and uh, get more people to listen and to buy their music when they're not staying true to what the music they like to create is. And you can look at it like I'm sure there's also a lot of musicians that will change, but they're changing because they want to change because um, they decided, you know what, I kind of want to make this type of music right now, and I completely respect that, and that's kind of where I would be. I wouldn't change based on the outreach of my music. I would change based on what I wanted to do, and I think for me, I don't have stage fright as much as I used to, but I would not be comfortable getting up on stage in front of a huge crowd and playing. So I don't have that dream. That's never been a dream of mine. My dream is to make music, not play shows as much. Like my friend and I, my college buddy, we kind of have this band that we've been making. We haven't actually written, or we've written pieces to songs, but we haven't produced anything. But um, like, yeah, I could see if we ever got to the point where we're playing shows at bars, that could be fun with my friends. But I don't want to go any further than that. That's never been on my mind. Or it's been on my mind, but in the opposite aspect where I don't want that to happen. Um, I just want to produce music that I like to create. I will have a second job at the time I'm studying engineering at college, and that will be my job. I don't want music to become my job because then it will ruin the hobby for me. That's how I feel, at least. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a tangent there, but yeah. So basically, I've been learning how to produce music, which has kind of been the dream of mine. I'm kind of chasing that, and I'm happy about that. And I'm only going to get better as I practice. So right now, I've recorded a few things. I haven't recorded anything that I've been truly working on. I've just kind of sat down for 2 hours and made a song every so often. And I think that by doing that, I'm not really pushing myself to record something that I love or that I really am passionate with. It's just getting an idea out there of something to record, and maybe I'll like it in the future and want to work on it and expand it. But I'm also just learning the program that I'm using and how to piece together instruments to make something that sounds good. Um, so I've gone on with music for a while now. The last thing I want to touch on is my work. I'm back at work. I'm working a lot more than I thought I would be. I'm getting around 40 hours a week, which is typical pay, and I don't mind it whatsoever, but it's still a lot. Like from going from 0 to 40 hours a week is a big change. But I understand why it happened. I used to get 20 hours a week, um, but what happened is the staff, for staff, we used to have about 30 people working for the company I work at, where I work for a clothing company. That's pretty, it's not huge around the United States, but there is a store. I think we have 70 or 80 stores around the United States. It's not big, it's not huge. We have really good product. I don't want to really say exactly where I am, but I want people to understand the product that I sell. We focus on quality over quantity. Or I guess that doesn't really work. We focus on quality over price, I guess. We have very expensive products, but they are very good, um, and they'll last you a long time. I personally, I love their clothing. I have to wear it while I work there, um, so I've been enjoying being able to shop because we get 60% off on clothing that we wear while working, 40% off on um, other purchases that we're not using as a uniform. So we get really good deals. Um, but way back to what I was saying, I just kind of trail on when I hit a point that I want to make. But we started with 30 employees, and after the coronavirus, there are people that are going to be coming back, but currently working, we have 10. So obviously, we work, the store's open 7 days a week. So it's hard to fit 10 people um, in that 7 days a week period where everyone's happy. So they've given me a lot more hours. I work pretty much 9 hour shifts when you go in, just because we are only open from 10 to 6. But because of opening and closing shifts, we can kind of go a little bit before then or after that time period. So they usually just have you come in for the entire day. It doesn't make sense to come in for a few hours while it's open. You just might as well come for the whole day because it's not a long day in the eyes of a retail store. Um, but that's been keeping me busy, and I've been enjoying that. I haven't got a paycheck yet, but I know I'm going to be thankful for it when it comes. Um, so right now, this is one of my days off. I've had the past 2 days off, or I've had today and yesterday off, which is the first time I've had 2 days in a row off. It's been very rewarding because my job, I'm standing on my feet all day, and I have very high arches in my feet, so it's kind of rough when I work 2 to 3 days in a row. I just got some insoles for my shoes for that I need to put in after I finish recording this, but that's just that's where I'm at. I'm going back for the next 2 days, and then I tour the house with my friends and get to see them, and then I work the next 2 days after that. So I got some long shifts ahead of me, but I know I will be thankful when I get that paycheck. And that's kind of why things are looking good, because I'm staying busy. I'm talking with friends again, and I'm chasing my dream per se, I guess. But I'm doing well, and I wanted to record this. I hadn't recorded a video in a long time, just because I've had ideas for videos, but I haven't had as much time, and I guess I haven't been, um, what's the word? You know the word. You can fill it in whatever. I don't know. I haven't been motivated. That's what it is to make a video. But I just here it is. I'm recording and I'm done. So goodbye. Thanks for watching.